Welcome back to a new video. So we are currently 39, 34 in second, I guess, tied with a bunch of teams for the second wild card spot. I believe there's three. I don't know. It always is confusing, especially at this point when everyone's tied there. But we are playing the Baltimore Orioles. We have Taj Bradley that's going to be on the bump today. So it looks like he is a day-to-day with a minimal injury. So we're just going to let him pitch. I do need to check one thing though. First year player combine. All right, so that part I like to let the AI handle for sure. Everything else I'm kind of handling for the most part. All right, now we're moving into that first game. Actually, I lied. I saw Jorge Soler. Can we trade for him? Nope. You want the world for him. They want the world for that 2.5 star. Lane Thomas would be an interesting guy to pick up though, but again, just want too much. All right, let us look at our lineup now because we have Jung Ho Lee that is a little bit tired. I feel like the fatigue is just kind of random, but we will let Curtis Mead get the start today. Looks like Chandler Simpson is also getting the day off today. Put him in right field. Let Parker go. Is he not able to play? Okay, he can play center field. I thought he could. So he has a hamstring. I don't know. Did we just not pitch him today? Let someone else get the start. And Pedro Avila has been pitching really well out of the bullpen. I feel like this is a good opportunity to give him the start today. Although he is fatigued. Oh, he's 96% rest. Why are they showing that? He's good to go. All right, so Pedro Avila is going to get the start today. We are giving some of our starters the day off, so who knows how this game will go. Pedro Avila is not the best start. Gets an out there, gets a second out, and gets through the first inning. Brian Rocchio is leading off today. Curtis Mead is getting the start and batting second. Parker Meadows is going to be in his regular 3 spot. Ryan O'Hearn's up. Pedro Vila struck out the side. I didn't realize that. That's pretty funny. He gives up a walk, though. He gives up a double. Not a good sign. Gets a second out. So he's up to 4 strikeouts. And he gives up a single there. And that is going to be 2 runs. Unfortunate for Pedro. And he's going to get through that inning. So not the best 2 innings for him. But you know what? He's getting his opportunity. And that's why he's not in the rotation for us. But Brandon Lowe's going to start off this inning with a double, so we'd love to see that. Kyle Manzardo is up, and he is going to hit a single, which is going to advance the runner. Jonathan Aranda is up, and he is going to, of course, strike out, not be able to put the ball in play. They get that run across. Andrew McCutcheon is going to strike out as well. So we get a guy to third with 1 out, but unfortunately, they are not clutch. Pedro Avila is into his 3rd inning of pitching. He's going to give up a single here with 2 outs, but able to work through that. So 2 runs in 3 innings. Certainly not ideal, but it is what it is. Dylan Dingler is going to hit a single here with 1 out. We'd love to see that to opposite field. He has decent stealing, but we're going to let Brian Rocchio swing away. And he's going to hit a double down the line, which Dylan is going to score all the way from first. The outfielder has to cheat and go into the stands to get the ball. Kind of an hilarious animation. But now Brian Rocchio is continuing to have his hot streak up to 282. He's on second base for Curtis Mead, and he is going to hit a single. But unfortunately, Brian Rocchio apparently couldn't tell that that was going to drop in, so he stops at third. Curtis Mead has decent stealing, but his speed is not too good. Time for Parker Meadows to do his job in the 3 hole, and he's going to strike out. Don't like to see that. Brandon Lowe hit a double his last time up, and it's going to be a wild pitch, kind of, or at least potential pass ball. But now it is a ground out by Brandon Lowe. So we do get 1 across. Pedro Vila is towards the end of his stamina. We're going to see if he can get through this inning. He's so far so good. He gives up, or he hits a batter. My goodness, calm down. He's walked a second guy. Come on, Pedro. Oh my goodness. All right. Parker Meadows is injured, which we do not need on a day like this. Chandler Simpson is fatigued, so we're going to have to bring in Chandler Simpson for him. We could bring in Jung Ho Lee as well. We're also going to bring in a new pitcher, which kind of at this point, I think we just throw in Spencer Howard and let him eat some innings. All right. Spencer Howard gets through this inning. So they do get that run back. So they are back up 2 runs in a 3-1 lead. Kyle Manzardo is going to lead off the inning with a walk, which we love to see. Jonathan Aranda is going to take care of that, though, with his double play ball. Andrew McCutcheon is up, and he is going to be out there. So, unfortunately, nothing happening for us there. Spencer Howard gets the first out, the second out, and the third out. So he pitches a scoreless inning there. Spencer Torkelson is up, and he's going to start this inning with a walk as well. So 2 straight innings starting out with a walk. Dylan Dingler is continuing his hot streak with a home run. So he's batting really well in that 9 hole. I kind of don't really even want to move him from there. His average is still really low. We kind of see our brigade of guys 220 and below are down there. But I mean, we have Manzardo, and Curtis Mead is not typically there. But Manzardo's been hitting a lot lately. But Brian Rocchio is going to get hit by a pitch. We need to charge the mound and fight that guy. Curtis Mead, see if he's going to be clutch. They throw it over the first after the first pitch strike. Curtis Mead is going to ground to a double play, so don't like to see that. Chandler Simpson had to jump into this game to allow, or because Parker Meadows got hurt, which gives him a chance to steal second and gives him a chance to steal third. All right, well, he's going to steal third. There we go. Swing away, Brandon Lowe. They hit another batter. That's actually a little concerning. We should actually charge the mound. But Kyle Manzardo is going to clutch up and ground out. Unfortunate. We do get a home run, though, from Dylan Dingler. Spencer Howard pitched a scoreless inning the last inning, and he is cruising right through another inning. So we'd love to see that. They bring in a new pitcher to face Jonathan Aranda. He is going to strike out him swinging. Looks like another walk. They've walked a lot of guys today. Spencer Torkelson is up, and he is going to ground out but advance the runner to scoring position. Dylan Dingler hit a home run his last time. This time, not able to do quite the same thing. So Spencer Howard still only at 21 pitches, which we love to see. So he is actually eating innings for us. So maybe he is the new guy to be that kind of sixth man in the rotation. Brian Rocchio is up. That's also something I was kind of thinking about as well, as potentially just having a six-man rotation, but we'll see. All right, so Spencer Howard has pitched 3 1/3 innings, scoreless, 2 strikeouts. I would love to get him to win today, but we need to score a run. So they bring in Gregory Soto. Brandon Lowe is going to be the first out of the inning. Kyle Manzardo not doing anything. Jonathan Aranda not doing anything as well. So Spencer, unfortunately, is going to have to come out. He's at his end of his fatigue. We can bring in Garrett, or actually, we can bring in Tim Herron. He's going to get the first out of the inning. Ramon Urias is going to be the second out. Ramon Lorano is going to be the last out. So we make it to the bottom of the ninth. Andrew McCutcheon, we have 3 power hitters that could clutch up and win the game for us. It's not going to be Andrew McCutcheon. It is going to be Spencer Torkelson. I had a feeling that this was going to happen. So Spencer does hit an opposite field home run to walk off the game with us. We'd love to see it. Not the best results. Pedro Vila came in. He ate some innings for us, did his job, but a little concerned about Parker Meadows being injured. I don't know. Mild hamstring strain, so he is day to day as well. So we're gonna make some roster moves. So let's go look at Taj. So he's minimal hamstring soreness for 1 more day, so he'll be fine. If we look at Parker Meadows, hamstring strain 1 week, we're actually gonna put him on the injured list for 10 days, which will allow us to bring up an additional player, which is kind of what we need to do at this point. How is Sal doing in AAA? He's batting 306. How is Matthew Etzel doing? He batted a little bit better when he came up, and only 4 at-bats, but he's only batting 284 there. How is he in center field? He's pretty decent. How is Sal in center field? He is pretty okay as well. So I feel like with Sal, we can bring him up, let everyone else kind of chill down there, and we can look at our lineups. And we don't necessarily want Sal batting that high in the lineup. Oh, we're going to put Brandon Lowe back there. Move him up. Throw Sal into the 4 hole, but not actually keep him there. And Not really sure. I feel like we just let Dylan hit up there for a little bit. See how he does. And then I suppose we can keep it here. It would be interesting to have a six-man rotation, but Kevin Kelly's ERA is still pretty bad. So I'm going to go back to the overview. Generate depth charts. Jung Ho Lee. Oh, he can play center. Why do I... Parker played left field. Or he played right field. But we're going to let Chandler get some time in right field. I assume that he'll be able to learn it. Sal has potential in left field, so it kind of actually works out for development purposes as well. Tyrone Taylor could be an interesting. What's his contract at? It's only at $3 million. It's not really that good of a hitter though, so we're not really too worried about picking up someone like him. Could be interesting if someone like Parker Meadows was out for a long time, but I think if that was the case, we would just bring up Etzel from AAA and let him have more of an extended time up at the major league level. So I believe this might be the last game of the series against Baltimore. We are up in. Let's see if so. Spencer is getting the day off. Brian Rocchio is slightly tired. I feel like Sal can. I feel like we have someone that can play short a little bit. So Xavier is getting the start today. Curtis Mead. He can play a little bit of first base. Who's at first base? Is Mead. Jonathan Aranda. He can play second base a little bit. We might just have to rock with Brian Rocchio up there. We don't really have a good backup shortstop option, so that's something to consider as well. So Taj skipped his start yesterday because his hamstring is a little sore, and he's going to give up a single with the second batter today. Immediately give up a home run, so I'm so glad that we gave him the day off. He's pitching so well. 2 runs immediately, another 2-run home run, another home run. Well, Taj, your hamstring might get sore again today because you might be throwing a lot of pitches today. Unless our offense does something here, it looks like we are going to hit a home run to center field. Kyle Manzardo is going to be the third out of the inning. So Taj is going to walk another guy. He's going to get the first out. I didn't mean to throw it the first, but it works out. And we're going to catch a guy stealing and get through that inning. So 5 in the first, none in the second. Jonathan Aranda is going to start out with a single. Sal is going to pop out there. Andrew McCutcheon is going to strike out looking. Curtis Mead, he's going to ground out there. So nothing happening with them. Taj, ground out. Adley Rushman is going to pop out. So now he's pitching good. The first inning was terrible. Xavier Fernandez continues to hit well when he's in the game. Jung Ho Lee is going to strike out. Brian Rocchio is going to fly out. Brandon Lowe is going to ground out. So still 5-1. He's already at 63 pitches. Hopefully, he has a quick inning here. He gives up a 2-out single, but he is able to throw well enough to get him caught stealing. So he's able to get through 4 innings. Cal Manzardo is going to ground out. Jonathan Aranda is going to hit a 1-out single. Sal is going to hit a 1-out single to get runners on first and second. Andrew McCutcheon is going to fly out. We might be done with the Andrew McCutcheon experiment. Honestly, 218 is just not really cutting it for us when we can. It's very shallow. Ran as an average runner, has a normal arm. We'll say yes. Oh, he's out. Oh, it goes past him. Never mind. Hey, that worked out quite well. Xavier hit a double this last time. Is he going to clutch up this time? Nope. Oh, I thought that was going to sneak through. Unfortunate. So Taj is at 72 pitches. We're going to see if he can get through another inning. Gets 2 outs, and he does actually get 3. So after that horrendous first inning, he pitched 4 scoreless innings. So he ate some innings, which we appreciate. Always a good thing. We just need some offense to come alive, more so than even the last inning. So Taj's day is done. He's at 83 pitches, which is about where his stamina is. We're going to bring Garrett Clevenger in today and see if he can give up a single to the left-handed matchup batter. We'd love to see that. Gives up the steal. Gets the first out. Gets Jackson Holiday out. And gets Kobe Mayo out. So pitches scoreless inning. Kyle Manzardo's up, and he's going to fly out. Jonathan Aranda is going to ground out. Sal is going to hit a single, but it's going to go past him. He's going to steal second. He's going to steal second. He's going to steal second. There we go. Andrew McCutcheon. He's fighting for his life on this team. He's about ready to get traded or waived. Curtis Mead. Is he going to clutch it? Nope, he's going to ground out. So nothing happening for us. Garrett Clevenger is going to stay in and pitch. See if he can throw another scoreless inning, which he does. Xavier Fernandez is up, and he's going to be out. Jung Ho Lee is going to get to the second out. Brian Rocchio is going to get walked here. Brandon Lowe is going to be the third out of the inning. So we're still down 3. Garrett Clevenger is at the end of his stamina, so we have to look to bring someone else. I think it's the perfect day to let Kevin Kelly eat an inning. Probably pitch 2, ideally. He gives up a 2-out double, but he's able to work out of that inning. So we're into the bottom of the 8th. We need to get something going. Cal Manzardo starts out this inning with a single. Jonathan Aranda is going to get a walk. So we have 2 guys on base for Sal Frelick. I feel like Sal Frelick, he is facing a lefty now, so this could be a chance to look at our substitutions, to look at bringing in a big bat off the pine, Spencer Torkelson, to match up against that left-handed pitcher. He is going to hit a single up the middle, so we have the bases loaded with no outs. Andrew McCutcheon, he is 0 for 2 on the day. This is his time to shine, and he strikes out swinging. We love to see it. No outs. Curtis Mead. Is he going to hit a... Oh, he does hit a single. All right, so we are surrounding third base. The score is Balashero. Arena's an average runner. Ursa has a normal arm. We're going to hold him here because I feel like the game's not going to allow us 2 times to score that. And we still have 1 out. The bases are still loaded for Xavier Fernandez, who has a double today. And he's going to fly out. Oh, that's not going to score a run either. Is it? Oh, we're sending him 100%. Wow, he's out too, isn't he? He's out by a mile. That's devastating. All right, Kevin Kelly, he's got to get through this inning as well. Gives up a 2-run home run, so he blew the game. So it means he gets to stay in. And he does get out of that inning, but he does give up 2. So we have a 4-run deficit to make up. We do get the leadoff hit. Brian Rocchio strikes out. Brandon Lowe is going to strike out as well. And Kyle Manzardo is going to end the game there with a ground out. So rather disappointing day from our pitching standpoint. I am kind of done with the Andrew McCutcheon experience. Unfortunately, he's just not doing it for us. And he's taking at bats from other people that are younger that can bat just as poorly as him. So unfortunately, he is going back on the trading block, and I'm sure I'll get a notification that he was a great leader and the clubhouse is sad that he left. But when you're not hitting well, then you don't really need to be on our team. Tommy Pham is 36. That is actually quite old. I like how the Pirates want to trade for him back, which is kind of funny. Chris Paddock is not pitching well, so we could look for a starting pitcher. I mean, honestly, we can just trade him back to the Pirates and get this guy. Also, like how they don't want to accept. I hate when the game does that when it's like, this is who we'll accept, and then it's like, nah, but we actually don't. And they want another player. So no, I don't want that guy that bad. We can look at, I guess that guy maybe. We can look at Chicago. But he's 31, so he's in arbitration as well. So go ahead and trade. Yeah, well, I'm disappointed that Andrew McCutcheon pitched like cheeks. So Kevin Kelly, his experience on our team is over as well. Another start where he couldn't make it through 2 innings without giving up a home run or something good. So we're going to move on from him. Charles LeBlanc seems like an interesting guy as a third baseman. Can he play short at all? He can't. So ideally, we would like to get a backup shortstop as well. Blaze Anderson could be interested, but he is out for 4 to 5 months, so it's kind of a non-starter. Dylan Beavers is a hilarious name, which is a very good reason to get someone on your team. Unfortunately, he is a decent player, decent age, but is only a catcher and a first baseman, which we really don't need. Sam Hedges is still out for 9 months. This is kind of crazy. Every time I ever see a file, he's just out for like 2 years before he's ever able to play. But let's see. Derek Holland is still pitching. That guy's. I wonder if he's pitching in real life. I don't really hear anything about him, but he's kind of a low end starter if he is still in the league. We're hunting around. Serrani Mauricio looks like he can play some shortstop. Looks like he has a good average this year in actually at the major league level and at AAA. So that's going to be our target most likely, unless someone else pops up for us that's crazy good. Just some decent relief pitchers, some decent catchers. Nothing really too crazy. So Mauricio. Where is Mauricio? I went too far. Oh, there he is. So Kevin Kelly, we're going to trade you for Mauricio. We're going to throw in Edwin Diaz, knowing that we're going to throw in some extra money for us. I don't mind giving up another player just so we have a little bit more money. We could throw in Sal, to be honest. He's kind of cheeks, but we're going to see if we can get 10. I still want too much. Don't want too much. Give me 2 million. We'll give you a bag of baseballs. Unfortunate, yeah. Oh, yeah, Joe Rock, we sent him back down to AAA because he was pitching bad. I'd forgotten about that guy. All right, we won't get any money from him. We're going to go back, though. Sometimes the game glitches out like that as well, so we're going to go to here. Oh, it still wants us. They still want another player. They're greedy. They're greedy. All right. And Carlos Luna, we threw him the AAA, so I don't necessarily mind giving him up. Throw him that pitcher as well, which gives us the reliever that we just got, the third baseman we just got. So pretty young. He can play some backup positions. So we'll see how that works, which you'll have to wait till the next video to see how it does work. Is Chandler at 100 yet? That's the real question. He's at 97, so if he starts in the next video, then he might be up to 100, depending on how many times he's able to get on base. My owner's worried at this point. I guess I'd be worried too because our pitching is not that great. Also, before we leave, I do want to look at free agency to see if there's anything too interesting there. So, can he do anything besides first? There's always like a decent first baseman that's in the free agents market, but it's just never worth it. We can throw a couple of these guys some contracts, even him, even though he wants a little bit of money, just so we can kind of fill up AAA a little bit with some good backup players, especially pitchers. You can really never have enough pitchers. We don't. Anthony Rizzo would be fun to have, but he's old and he's injured all the time, and he only plays first base, so it's pretty useless for us. All right, I think that's going to be all the offers that we make. We're going to autoplay into the next game to see if any of those guys accept their offers. It doesn't look like they do, but you have to wait till the next video to see if we're able to beat Detroit. Send them to Detroit. But yeah, that's it for this one. Talk to you all the next one. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.